If you're looking for a mobility scooter that actually fits into your life without turning your home into a storage unit, this Ecomobi auto-folding model might be worth a closer look. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Most people start their search thinking they just need something that goes from point A to point B, but the real headache begins when you realize how much space these things take up or how often you have to charge them. This scooter tries to solve both problems by folding itself automatically and running on a removable 12Ah battery that claims up to 15 miles per charge. That's the kind of range that actually gets you through a full day of errands without hunting for an outlet every few hours. The auto-folding part is where this scooter either impresses you or leaves you skeptical. In practice, it's not as instant as a button on a remote. It still takes a few seconds and a little space to unfold and lock into place. If you're trying to do this in a tight parking lot or a crowded sidewalk, you'll want to plan ahead. But once it's unfolded, the four-wheel design gives you a wider base than most travel scooters, which makes it feel more stable on uneven pavement or grassy driveways. That stability matters if you're using it daily for grocery runs or doctor appointments where you don't want to worry about tipping. The removable battery is the real game-changer here. You're not stuck plugging the whole scooter into a wall socket every night. Instead, you can take the battery inside, charge it on a kitchen counter, and bring it back out in the morning. That's huge if you live in an apartment with limited outlets or if you're traveling and want to keep the scooter in a hotel room while the battery charges separately. The 12Ah capacity is enough for most people's daily needs, but if you're planning longer trips or live in a hilly area, you might want to keep a second battery on hand. The scooter itself supports it, and swapping batteries takes less than a minute once you get the hang of it. Now, who should actually consider this scooter? If you're someone who values independence but doesn't want to deal with the bulk of a traditional mobility scooter, this could be a solid fit. It's especially useful if you're still active enough to use it regularly but tired of wrestling with a heavy, non-folding model. The 350W motor is adequate for flat surfaces and moderate inclines, but don't expect it to climb steep hills like a full-sized scooter would. It's also a good pick if you travel frequently or have limited storage space at home. The auto-folding feature and removable battery make it much easier to transport in a car trunk or store in a closet. That said, there are a few trade-offs to keep in mind. The four-wheel design adds stability but also makes the scooter wider than some three-wheel models, which can be a problem in tight spaces like narrow aisles or crowded elevators. The remote control is handy for folding and unfolding, but it's not as responsive as some higher-end models, so you might need to point it directly at the scooter for it to work properly. And while the 330 pounds weight capacity is generous, the seat isn't the most spacious, so if you're on the taller side or need extra room, you might feel cramped after longer rides. The GPS feature is marketed as a safety bonus, but in reality, it's more of a nice-to-have than a must-have. It can track the scooter's location if it gets lost or stolen, which is helpful, but most people won't use it regularly. If you're tech-savvy and want peace of mind, it's a decent addition, but don't expect it to replace a dedicated GPS device or smartphone navigation. So, is this the right mobility scooter for you? If you prioritize convenience, portability, and a scooter that doesn't take over your living space, it's worth considering. The auto-folding and removable batteries solve real problems that most scooters ignore, and the four-wheel stability makes it safer for daily use. Just be honest with yourself about your storage space, your typical riding surfaces, and whether the 15-mile range will cover your needs. If you're looking for something that's easy to live with and doesn't require a garage to store, this could be the one. Check it out on Amazon using the link in the description if it sounds like it fits your lifestyle.